with you. So now, to make it official, I present to you the Tonight Show marquee. Here we go. Let's light it up, boys. 3, 2, 1. Let's start the show.
I say, how you doing today? How are you doing today? You already know it is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, the best film writer and director in St. Louis. Facts, award-winning published author, actor, journalist, actor, business owner, nominated Hollywood music artist, #1 bestseller, battle rapper, service of the year recipient, Lacey G. Soldier. Turn out these some more accolades. Who raised these jobs? Who raised them? But this is UnCensor the Conversation podcast. We are live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you do not catch us today, you can catch us tomorrow on wherever you listen to your podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Pornhub, OnlyFans. Who raised these ninjas? Somebody tell me if we on OnlyFans and all that type of stuff. But before we get into, bring the people on, make sure y'all tune in this Friday. My album dropping, The Weight of My Name, on all streaming platforms, wherever you listen to your music. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all give me feedback. You know what I'm saying? 15 tracks of greatness. But we about to get into this bug right now. So first up, we got radio personality who got all the certifications. We got Miss Busy Boss in the house.
And just got another certification. But anyway, why you be moving like that? You be making me nervous, man. Y'all, let's have a good Monday night. And that part.
All right, and then next up, we got the person who always be begging me to see how she can get more subscribers than me. We got Tara Michelle in the building.
It's never happened, people. Please don't believe this man. Hey everybody, it's Tara Michelle, aka Opinionated Sense. Happy Monday. I'm off for the next 2 weeks, so what's up?
Are you going out of town? You taking a trip?
Nope, I am off just to be my daughter's chauffeur and chaperone for the next 2 weeks of her new private school because they start everything early. Lord Jesus, help me.
That's what's up.
And then we got my boy who just had a crazy battle. He said he won the first and the third. Don't forget the 3 we got. Tone Bone I'm gonna start calling him as the world turns Tone Bone up in the bed.
Don't be looking like that.
What's wrong with him? I think he's talking to somebody else. Let's move on.
All right.
Come on, he eating. Come on, say something, boy.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. How you people doing today on this?
Hold on, wait a minute. My bad.
What the fuck? No, you ain't.
Today, yeah, listen, my bad. I introduced him wrong. We have Antonio on the show today.
Yes.
Right. He's gonna be polite today.
Fact. That's what he said.
Yes.
Go ahead, Antonio.
First of all, if any of you motherfuckers call me Antonio, y'all gonna have a problem.
Antonio.
He's back in love. Antonio.
See, y'all just being light skinned right now, so I'm gonna let you get it up.
That was coming.
Hey, I'm caramel right now. I love it.
Your skin tone may be caramel, but your actions are light skinned.
All right, then we got my boy, the aviation man himself. We got KJ in the building.
I'm just waiting on the gotcha moment from Tone. Tone is smooth. He like to let y'all come on in, talk about how good everything is. Then we like, gotcha.
Hey, sir. Hey, Scott. I do not need that slander on my name. My life has changed within this past week. So therefore,
which name? Which name?
Don't matter what name it is. My good name.
No matter what
it could be the 3. It could be Antonio. Hey, it could be Father, as my son called me. It don't matter.
Okay,
sir. I am good. Ain't no got you moments.
Teresa says, "Hello, gorgeous people. I hope you're having a great week and have a great show."
Hey.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you better watch some words today.
You better.
Hey, listen, the first topic, it says,
got to be on my best behavior.
Look, it says a male birth control pill, YC2 YCT 529 passes human safety test, getting closer to being released by the end of the decade.
Oh,
What
they
do,
need that
what do
shit.
y'all think about this? Tara, go ahead and take it.
Why do good. I don't know. Good for them. I mean, we have so many birth controls now. I recently read a report that said, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say that because I ain't gonna get canceled. But y'all should look up what birth control being in the water supply is supposedly doing to men. Um, I don't know. Good for them. We need more ways for it not just to always be on the woman to prevent the pregnancy. I think a lot of people think we're supposed to control that. Half the time the condom break and the dude don't even say nothing. So yeah, let's give them a way to protect themselves as well.
All right, Stacy.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. You said in the water.
Male birth control pill.
No.
YCT.
I
He was
got you.
talking to me.
I was talking to her. So look, I think this is a good thing, much needed, because of course, you can't get the abortions. You can't just say, here you go, got some money, go get that abortion. You know what I'm saying? So they need to cut down and understand that, hey, it ain't as easy to just give the girl the money and go get an abortion, because hey, so control yourself. If you don't know how to put a Jimmy on, use some birth control or whatever you got to do, and hopefully that works. But I'm gonna say do that and do the condoms or whatever you got to do to prevent the pregnancy. All right, that part.
And STDs. Yep.
That
Do it
part.
all.
Tone Bone.
I said it's birth certificate. I mean, not birth certificate. What the fuck?
A birth control pill for men.
Yeah, that's a good idea. No, look, I'm not with taking any type of medicine or anything to fuck with my body. So if it's some medicine shit, I ain't with it. I think just be smart about the decisions you make with the women you lay down with if you wanna control some shit, control you. But yeah.
Because I wonder what would be in it. Would it be estrogen? Because that could start making y'all feel a little feminine. Y'all grow titties and
Girl,
all of
what?
that.
Get
Hey,
some
you know
tests
what?
and
You know
stuff,
what? You
right?
know what? It would come from your mind.
That no, for real though. For real
You the
though.
one just said you don't want to take it if it's gonna mess with your body. You put it in my mind. So what we doing?
What? I say women, bitches,
I
and
heard what
whores
you
every
said,
week.
Tone. You got it. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
I said women, bitches, and whores every week. That ain't in your mind.
No, it's not.
All right, man. KJ, what's your thoughts on this?
So this is a good idea. You know, my daughters. I had them on birth control. If I had a son, I would have him on birth control.
Man, it just sounds
Uh,
gay.
huh?
It doesn't sound gay.
Dude, that's what I'm
Gay.
saying. When you think about it that way.
That sounds good. I'm just realistic. Maybe that's why my kids don't have babies out of wedlock right now.
Hold on, is that a shot? Cause none of mine got
And
none.
every kid I had, my kids was doing my marriage, and the one that I did slip on up on, at least she a doctor, so I ain't make no mistakes. All
Oh wow.
mine landed in great soil and with great mamas.
Talk that I don't make no
Uh,
mistake. That I don't make.
so, but this is a serious matter, and Stacy brought up something that's really important. You can't just go out and get an abortion no more.
Yeah.
They made it illegal, especially in Missouri. And if you try to get an abortion, they're creating laws now that they can try to prosecute you. If they find out you was pregnant, then find out and you live in Missouri, and then they find out you got an abortion, they can try to prosecute you. This is something that would give men some power, so it ain't always on the women. It ain't always on the woman. I've heard of women telling it, getting off their birth control, telling the dude that they own it and then getting off of it, and then like Tara said, then too, the rubber bust, ain't no man stopping, ain't no man like, oops, let me go grab another one. That's just real talk. So, this is something that, now we do need to be concerned, what's going to be the long-term effects, just like women have had to have those concerns. But the risk the rewards outweigh the risk. So this is good science.
It's risk to anything, but women always going through it all. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I need
That's
to
what I'm
take
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic. It says President Trump calls for Beyonce, Oprah, Kamala Harris, and Al Sharpton to face prosecution over alleged endorsement payments. Who raised? Why
He know he's guilty of the same thing, right? What a lunatic.
are you singling out just all the black people up in it? Who raised this ninja? Go ahead, KJ. What you think about this?
This is, the people that elected Trump. You've elected a dictator. Somebody that wants to cancel media. Well, they has canceled. He's canceled a late night show. With Stephen Colbert, one of the highest rated shows, he got canceled because he didn't like the way that they talked about him and betrayed him. Trump has, anything First Amendment wise, Republicans say that they're the party of free speech, but they are out here actively suing people and getting people shows canceled that say anything against the Republican and MAGA party. And I think we said before, if y'all not tuned in to Project 2025 with them, canceling, they're actively canceling the Department of Education. They have canceled diversity and inclusion. They are canceling free lunches. They're canceling things that help your kids get medical care.
That's crazy.
They are doing everything to destroy you. They pull back desegregation. Federally, it's not illegal to have a company that's segregated anymore.
It never should have been. It never should have been. That's not a bad thing.
You got well, as long as our tax dollars not going toward, as long as my tax dollars don't go toward that. You got Arkansas building white only communities. Because now they can be segregated. Pay attention to Project 2025. It's about being separate. It's about we pay taxes. Our taxes mean we get representation. All this stuff about being separate. We can't be separate in this country. We ain't got our own stuff. Everybody got to work together. And we don't have an infrastructure. We don't have a communication line. We're not gonna have it. They cancel it. And without those things, we get smaller and smaller. And also there's 50% of the country that don't run with Trump. So we can't isolate ourselves from them either. So that's my thing about that. Trump is a horrible president, been doing a horrible job.
All right, Watetta, welcome to the platform. So look, we talk about President Trump. He called for Beyonce, Oprah, Kamala Harris, and Al Sharpton to face prosecution over alleged endorsement of payments. What you think about this?
Dang. Well, Beyonce is a surprise. Everybody else don't surprise me, but dang, Beyonce.
Yeah, man.
You gonna smoke with the Beehive?
And they straight crashed out today too. They sure did.
Oh, they did.
They absolutely did.
I bet. Surely that Beehive almost as bad as the Barbs. Straight up. But man, what I can say is I'm not a fan of the attacking of melanated people, but I can say, to play devil's advocate, he's one of the most what you see is what you get type of mofos I've ever seen in that seat. Everybody else just be faking like they for us, and they ain't for us either. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I got songs about it.
Straight up, like they say and act like they really on what we be on, but they on what Trump be on right now. It's just, check this out. It wouldn't be America KKK without the mask on.
Facts.
That's what make the KKK so powerful. They stay masked up, and they the teachers, they the doctors, they the lawyers, they the nurses, they the people that help you with birth your baby and take your baby in the back and shoot them up with whatever vaccine and all this other crazy. So it's been up since day one, since the 13 colonies, since the transatlantic slave trade. Man, it's been up since day one. It's just, I guess they tired of faking the funk, so they taking that mask off like, this is what it is. So yeah, that's what I think.
Tara.
Yes. Okay, let's jump into this. First of all, Trump is a crybaby, and he yells at people for doing the very same things that he does. Do what I say, not what I do, or not as I do with him. So I'm not worried about this. This is ridiculous. And none of them are worried, I'm sure. However, to go back to what KJ was talking about, I want to let people, because I'm not a fear mongering type of person. Listen, we had so many cities set up just like Black Wall Street. We are a resilient people, black people from here that are natives to those are from Africa. I can't speak to nothing but black because that's what I am. We will get it. We can do it again. And I think that segregation actually hurt us because at first we relied solely on us. And we had hospitals, grocery stores, schools. We did it all. We didn't
Then
need them.
desegregation.
Yeah, desegregation. Desegregation hurt us. To me, it doesn't mean when you say let segregation, let's take away desegregation, let's make it to where people can choose. There are so many white people who rock with us and so many other ethnicities who rock with us. So just because you change those laws and say choose what you want, doesn't mean that all white people and all white establishments and all of that are going to walk away from us. We will still have choices. But let me tell you, as a black woman, I don't want to walk into a white store where they don't want me. If you don't like me and you don't want my money, you should be able to tell me that, hey, I don't want your kind around here. And I won't be in your store. I won't spend my money, help you pay your kids' tuitions. None of that. It's very okay for you to let me know you don't want me around. I'm safer that way. I'm not benefiting your family that way. I don't mind. We will still be okay. And even if the whole rest of the world, all the white people said they ain't mess with us no more, we would still be okay. Majority of the damn things that we got right now in the world, we created anyway. So they would be the ones out. We'd be on our own thing, but don't ever be afraid of that. Don't ever count us out or think we won't be able to get it done because we will always be resilient people.
All right, Stacey.
I don't even think nobody's tripping off this because Trump gonna say and do what the hell he wanted to do. But the thing is, it's like he just mad. He's like, look, I'm the only one who can do this shit. I get away with, with the laws. I get away with just doing wrong anyway. So y'all can't do what I do. That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to make an example. Yep. But they're not worried about him. He's full of it. So I'm just gonna say, let Trump think he making America great again and going to take his ass somewhere else. That part.
I want to know when it was great because this again stuff messes me up every time. When was it great?
Right.
You about slavery time. You're gonna make it great again for the white people.
When they slaughtered the Native Americans, you talking about that?
Yeah.
But hey, to add one more thing, bruh. This is like his Tony Montana moment at the end of Scarface.
Yeah.
Ever since that Epstein shit came to the forefront, hey, he like, man, it's since matter of fact, this is Nino Brown moment. Nigga, since I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me looking ass. This is Nino Brown moment.
Hey, Smuggy said we will always get it done since.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Let me all right. Next topic should be interesting. It says the car you passed your driving test in was what? People want to know what car she had. Stacey.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. I'm gonna say I think wait. Did I pass my driver's test in?
What car did you pass?
Hold on, Cutlass. It was a Cutlass. I want to say it was an 88 Cutlass that with the dubs, said all that.
It was my first car.
It was a Cutlass. I was like, just for Cutlass.
All right, watch it.
Shoot, I don't even remember, bro. I remember I used to steal your car. I'm sorry for doing that.
You sure need to steal my car all the time.
You steal this nigga car be in these streets, Steve.
Like, so you had a car? I know you knew how to drive.
Yeah, he used to drive me around when we first got together.
I'm sorry, big bro. I'm sorry,
Yeah, he used to drive me around out of town and everything.
All right, Sarah.
Mine was a 1996 Impala.
Yeah, Popos. KJ. KJ, we already know, KJ, you had the horses and a carrot.
He had that Ford Model T. What you talking about?
I think you back to a house.
Say a Jetta.
Hey, we had a Mustang. It was like an 82 Mustang.
That
That would have been like
part.
80. That would have been 86.
Uh,
So we had like an 80 Mustang.
KJ
I had
said,
your Cutlass, and I had
Okay.
my T-top Z-Rock. What was the I-Rock with the T-top? Yeah, I'm into the school. I'm into the old school. Let's go. Come on. We'll talk about cars all day.
I learned how to drive in a 1990 Pontiac Grand Am, but I did not take my test in that car.
hey Tom, what was your car you passed your driver's test in?
Hey, what Tara, what car you just said?
I learned how to drive in a 1990 Pontiac Grand Am, but I took the test in a 96 Impala.
I don't know what year, but I know it was a Grand Dam. And it was an old one. Yeah, I remember.
Violet said she did hers on a 95 Toyota Corolla. $5 gas got me everywhere.
Shit, you telling your age, girl.
Back in the day, baby.
$5 take you across
You better
the
know
border.
it.
Hey, Smuggy says Stacy was a hot girl.
Definitely.
All right, let me go to this next topic.
Look at G.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to have a baby with my current boyfriend because his first baby is ugly?
When you say ugly, is there like a feature?
Ugly. No, ugly.
But is it his feature that makes him ugly,
It's
or
his features, yeah, because the baby mama, she don't look that bad. She looks pretty decent. I feel like if I have a baby with her, we have better chances of getting a cute baby. It's him. The baby got all the ugly features from him. And now I'm looking at him like, damn, are you really just ugly and I don't know? Yeah. I don't know. I think it's in his genes because everybody in the family a little ugly too. They kind of funny looking too.
what attracts you to him again? Then, if it's not looks,
He's a nice guy. He's different. You know, he's very sweet, very considerate. I date nothing ass niggas usually. He's a good guy. You know, one of those go to work, don't cheat, come back home. You know, do everything he's supposed to do type of niggas. You know, and that's not usually my type. So I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone.
That's my type, and that's my type.
Yeah.
Yeah. You breaking the heart of every 18-year-old dude that want to fall in love right now. He like, this is it.
He got that good boy status, you know. He ain't never been to jail. He ain't got no felonies. I got 3, you know. So it's like, you know, he got good credit. I don't, you know. So it's like.
I love the honesty.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me read this comment. Smuggy said, pull up to my birthday event Thursday, 7 to 11.
Hey, bro. Only I do promo on this show for that shit, nigga. The fuck is wrong with you? Don't be coming on here because it's your birthday, nigga. You ain't on here every week, slaving and telling people what the fuck going on, nigga. Right, because it's your birthday, nigga.
I thought you was telling y'all this week.
I am. That nigga just brought Bone on here because he a fucking Leo. That nigga was born too. Look, he a Leo, so he was born too early to be great. You hear me?
Hey, why see
Couple
Leo
more days, he could have been a fucking Virgo.
Smuggy said, "Do the woman have any other kids? We got a gene checker." And then he was laughing at your comment, Smuggy. Tom. All right, for the ugly baby, Tom Bone.
Hey, that girl sounds stupid. I stopped listening to her because if I listen to stupid people, my IQ capacity will go lower. Everything she said to me, nothing she said made sense. Nothing. So yeah, no, I don't got nothing to say about that. That's weird.
All right.
Hold on. She said she got 3 felonies and shit. Ain't this crazy how society changing, bro? These girls out here got all type of shit going on, boy.
All right, Tara.
She's not lying though, and men need to hear stuff like this. Good guys, shy guys, less fortunate on the cuteness guys. There are chicks who will choose you just because they trying to get away from what they're used to. There are chicks who would choose you because they should, for all the right reasons, but they don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's not really you they after. They want to finally be, get treated correctly and feel like a princess and do all of that, which I think is super grimy. I don't like I don't like this setup. However, I want everybody to be honest with yourselves. You don't have to answer on this show, but I know people put a lot of thought and effort into what they procreate with. May not everybody, because we've seen some people anyway, but not everybody's attractive. But that is a risk you run, and some of us may not want to, do that to a child, knowing they might come out looking like, the Hunchback of Notre Dame or something like that. You don't want to bring a kid into this world that's just gonna be bullied or gonna have to save up all their money to try to fix, what came out wrong. I don't think it's wrong for thinking about that. I really do not, because the world is a cruel place. But if you feel that way about somebody, I don't care how good they are to you, let them go. If you don't want to be with this man and give him kids and he potentially wants them, but you think he's not attractive or his whole family's ugly, let him go and find somebody who is okay with taking that risk. Because otherwise, it's just mean.
All right, what's it?
That's so fair.
Hey man, I think she in that 95% of ain't shit bitches, bruh. Straight up, because she basically told you she been dealing with nothing ass niggas all this time, but I'm guessing them nothing ass niggas was attractive to her. But they was nothing ass niggas, couldn't offer shit, didn't have no foundation or a pot to piss in. But she trying to make it work with this dude that got his shit together for us, his foundation, his financial literacy, all that other good shit. But he just lacking in the look side of the game type shit. So she tried to make it work, but it just sounded like she ungrateful. And being in that 95%, being ungrateful is a huge part of what put you in that 95%. So and it sounded like she in survival mode. Like it sounded like she was down to her last leg with them ain't shit niggas. So she threw a Hail Mary to this nigga that got his shit together, but she found a little stability, but she ain't happy because this nigga ain't what she want him to look like. And she you know what I'm saying? She just focusing on lack instead of abundance, and she gonna get what come with that. So she's doomed.
All right, Stacy.
Well, he said a mouthful. I'm just saying he covered it. Like really, I think the girl just is kind of done tried all the men that don't let her down, but she ain't right herself. So I don't know. I just hope he ain't like super, super nice and all this stuff, and she taking advantage of him, and then he want kids and stuff, and she just hurting his little feeling. She just need to let this dude go be great with somebody else. That part.
All right, KJ.
Yeah, she ain't considering, the positive, traits. He sounds like he a young man that has some leadership skills. Sound like he has some discipline. Sound like he has some focus. He got something about himself. She should be lucky that he even around her. But instead of her, like she said, with 3 felonies and with her circumstance, instead of appreciating, the good qualities, she just looking for external stuff. Like I said, a lot of our generations influenced by what we see rather than, the character of somebody's, what they really about. So, yeah, I hope he able to get away from her and don't waste any more time and find him a woman that's worth his while.
And sometimes 2 ugly people make a cute kid. She probably ugly herself. Hey, sorry, bitch.
Hey, Ricky, did y'all hear this? We talking about we saw the video. This lady said she don't want to have babies with her boyfriend because he ugly. She was like, he a good guy, but his baby ugly. She said his baby is ugly, so she don't want to have kids with him. And she said he a good guy. She used to date ain't shit niggas, but this time she got a good guy, but she don't want to have baby with him because he ugly. So
You call that man child ugly? That's terrible.
I guess some ugly kids out here.
Nah. Some of these kids be ugly as shit, guys.
There's some ugly kids out here. So I mean,
Yeah, but
Shut
I
the
don't
fuck
think
up.
you say that. That's
hey,
terrible.
listen.
Just
Everybody
because you a
can't be
baby
cute.
don't make you immune to ugly.
Everybody
See, God knew what you was finna say. He had to
Exactly.
God is
We
good.
gotta stop talking about babies. That's crazy.
Terry, you tripping, bro. So you ain't
Nobody
never seen an ugly
excluded.
baby?
I'm not gonna speak on it.
She have. That's why she don't want to say nothing. But listen, we are in the habit of telling the truth around this bitch. Because the kid
For
will tell
real,
you
bro.
ugly, just like the kid be ugly. Listen, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If she don't want to have kids with this man because his other kids ugly, so be it. I'm not mad at that. Because everybody should not procreate together. It's some people I was like, you should have got wasted on the bed. But whatever. Uh,
Should she leave him though? You don't stay with him. She ain't
I
gonna give him
don't.
no kids.
That don't mean that you gotta listen. He got a kid. Do she got any?
It didn't seem like it, but he wants more. And she said she don't want to have none with him.
Okay, well, shit, he's taller. So from that point, now you got to make a decision: are you staying in this or are you leaving? Because if a person tell you what it is that they want, and then you continuously pursue them, thinking that you can change their mind or sway them a different way, when they already done told you that, listen, I know you want another kid. I don't want none with you.
Oh, I don't think she's told him. She's asking us if she's the asshole for thinking the way she does.
No, she's not the asshole for thinking the way she does. She's the asshole for not telling him that she thinking like that. Because ain't no point in you wasting this man's time knowing that you are not on the same type of term that he's on. If y'all ain't on the same page, go sit the fuck down immediately.
Hollywood.
Right. Um, no, these not mine. Um, yeah, but I don't think she's wrong for feeling that way. I think she would be the asshole if she doesn't tell him and continuously pursue this with him, knowing that she will not be able to give him what his end goal is. If y'all ain't on the same page, then you need to just exit stage left.
All right,
Let that
Louis.
man go be with who he wants and who
Louis.
wants the same stuff.
She over there beating kids.
Gateway Louis.
Yeah. What's up with it?
What's your thoughts on this?
So I'm guessing the question was is she at fault or bogus
Yeah.
for wanting
Yes.
to have not want to have a child with somebody because his appearance ain't what she wanted
Nah,
to
his
be.
baby. She said his baby is.
He got a baby with somebody else, and she thinks that baby is ugly. So she don't want her kid to come out looking like that baby.
So are they in a relationship?
Yeah, they are.
So why would you get in a relationship
She
with
said
somebody?
She didn't think he was ugly till she saw his offspring.
And then she was like, she used to date ain't shit niggas, so this guy's really good, so that's why she with him
So
basically.
she holding on to
she's
him because he a
using
good guy. Yes, that's what I think.
Oh yeah, she just using him. She don't really like him like that for real. He cool. I mean, his probably his good outweigh his bad, but as far as having a child, that's a whole nother level. Because even if you ain't with that person, you still gotta love that child, no matter what it look like, no matter what it come out like. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different level of likeness. I think that what people go wrong at is they think like go one way and love go one way. It's levels to that. You know what I'm saying? And you can't put all of it in the same box thinking that one shoe fit all sizes. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. You got to, I always tell, on the show, say, you got to find somebody that you're compatible with, and that come with getting to know who the person is and like what they what they like and all that. But it just seemed like she's not even open to none of that because she's one type of person that seem like they caught up on what something looked like or what people think. And when you got somebody like that, then you got to kind of be a shallow-minded person too because it ain't gonna work.
Ricky and Louis, let me ask y'all this question. What we had this topic early. What car did y'all pass y'all driver's test in?
The last car I think I passed my driver's license in was a 2021 CRV, I think it was, something like that.
What about you, Ricky?
I don't motherfucking remember. You know how long ago that was?
Everybody else remember?
That's on them. Shit. The fuck? I don't remember. It was red.
Who raised this nigga? Who raised this nigga?
I mean, some people start driving at 16. That is a long time ago.
Yeah,
It was red. I don't remember shit. It was red. That's all I could tell you. Shit. You want me to lie and just make up a car, or you want me to tell the truth and tell you I don't remember?
Line make up a car.
See,
Well, it was a red Porsche. Shit.
It is.
that's a
That's right.
Two
Ford.
door,
Listen,
drop
Go
top.
for it.
All right, let me,
that 96 Impala was my baby back then. I'll never forget that car.
I can't
all
remember what car was. Oh, I do remember. It was a Pontiac Grand Am.
Damn.
That's where I learned to drive in. I learned how to drive in a baby
Yep.
blue 1990 Pontiac Grand Am, but I didn't take the test in that.
I took the test in that one. That was the last time I had to take it. I just make sure that I don't let my shit expire, so I don't have to go
Exactly.
through all of that again.
right, got
Yep.
a next topic. Next topic.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hold on.
Y'all check this out. I asked my homeboy, he make 50K a year. How much you spend for your son to start school? Y'all check it out. 850 on clothes, 48 on shoes, book bags 180, supplies 250, hair 150, shape up 50, total $1,960. Asked my white homeboy, his child go to Fort Oglethorpe. How much you spend on your son to go to school? He make $90K. Shoes $80. Clothes, I ain't buying none. He wearing what he got. Buy some more when he grow. Book bag, same book bag from last year. Nothing wrong with it. Hair, he put it in a ponytail. Supplies, he bought pens, pencil, and a notepad. He said it was $3. Total $83. What is going on here,
The
y'all?
white boy
Black
lying.
people are the only ones who have fashion shows when school start. The first 14 days, you want to post a picture of your child and how good they look and how much money you spent. And thinks everybody, oh, you such a great parent because your child had on nice, clean clothes. Doesn't make you a good parent. It makes you an idiot for real. Because when a child get 18, they get ready to walk across that stage, and you want them to transition into an adult, and they have no clue how to do it, no clue how to manage money. They don't have no clue how to do nothing but put that shit on, smile, and get likes and compliments. And it's your fault. You don't gotta do all this shit for your child to go get an education. Parents, y'all the problem.
All right, Tara, go ahead.
I'm gonna say I have always thought that this when it came to like my kids grew up, my older two specifically, in the Jennings school district where it was a fashion show. Now they had uniforms, but them shoes, them book bags, the how big the diamond was in the air, all these kids, F's, D's, maybe some C's. And then the kids who were straight A's had on Princess Reeboks or whatever the shoes was and their full uniform. I've known a lot of people whose kids was dressed to the nines and could not read. And now that my kids are in private school, some private school kids look like they rolled out of bed. They just rolled out of bed, ain't brushed their hair or their teeth, in their pajamas going to school. So it's like, yeah, where does they come from? Because these people come from big time money. Parents are millionaires. And those kids, they dress those kids according. They're going to school. This is not a fashion show where you see Bill Gates walk around. Jay-Z said the same thing. I don't have to throw my money on my body and parade it around you. So you can tell the difference between people from money and people who are not. But that's what I see. I never see those kids worry about how they look in these private schools. Them girls wear jogging pants or booty shorts that look like panties because they need to calm down and put some clothes on every day. Meanwhile, the black kids are trying to coordinate with everything under the sun, fresh new Jordans every week, and all of that. And again, don't have the best grades. That never made sense to me.
All right, Ricky.
I just want to say the white dude lying because he not getting no motherfucking notepad and all that shit for $3. Fucking lying. Nigga,
You went
someone he
on,
spent $3 on school supplies.
You went on Temu.
I don't care if he went on team he had to pay for shipping. That nigga still lying. That nigga had to pay taxes. He's still lying. He didn't spend no $3 on no kid for no whole motherfucking school year. $3 on school supplies. Shit, the school supply list itself is long as fuck. I'm not buying it. He's lying. I do agree that some people take it over the top, and this is why the parents don't have financial literacy. So how do you expect the kids to have it? You expect the kids to have what the parents don't. So at some point, we need to start teaching this shit in school.
All right.
I wasn't done. My daughter ran in here. I had to go yell at her to go back. No, hold on. Look. So my kids, they're getting ready to, well, my son and my granddaughter, they getting ready to start kindergarten, right? I know, get out. And they wear uniforms. When my older kids went to school, they didn't wear uniforms. And so they were into that type of stuff. But then they got to the point when they became juniors and seniors, they didn't care no more. They wearing fucking pajamas to school. The shit's stupid as fuck to me. I don't understand that. Like, you wearing the same clothes you slept in. Like, put something else on. These kids don't care about fashion and shit. The parents care about the fashion and shit. The kids really don't. They have on a fucking hoodie in 100-degree weather. They don't care. The parents do. And why y'all spending all that money on a damn book bag that they ain't gonna use any goddamn way? Ben forgot it in some more stuff. It's gonna be in the closet with the other ones collecting dust. That's stupid. I'm not doing none of that. Yeah, that I don't understand why we as colored folks do that dumb shit. And I'm not taking pictures for the first 2 weeks. You're gonna get a first day and a last day. That's it.
All right. Gateway.
Yeah. I mean, I seen the list. I couldn't really hear everything. I ain't hear nothing he said for real. I just seen the list and just I just put two and two together, right? It was really a racist setup that they was trying to basically paint a picture against black parents or whatever. But right? I don't see nothing wrong with, kids going to school, looking nice, feeling good, all of that. I do feel like sometimes kids and parents can be a little over excessive with some of the stuff that the prices that they may pay for, because these kids don't know the value of a dollar, however, I feel like you have to have a balance, because you don't want a kid to go to school not feeling like they showing up the way that they need to show up, because you got to understand they are kids. It is a such thing as peer pressure. It is a such thing as bullying. It is a such thing as cliques and crews, and we can say, oh, they shouldn't care about that, but we was once that age before where we cared about that type of stuff. So you don't want your kid to go to school feeling like an alien or weird or feeling like they're outcast. So you do want to somewhat keep them, keep them straight. But I feel like it's about having balance and not going too far. But I feel like if a child wants something that's very expensive or something, make them work for it. Like, what happened to, like, if you want them shoes, you got cut. Okay, I pay to get this grass cut every week, $50, right? So you can make you $50 if you go out there, take that lawnmower, go out there and cut that grass. That's 50, right? You teach them how to make the money for the things that they want, and then it ain't no problem because you're not necessarily paying for it. If he want nice things, let him go out there and work for it. You get whatever you want. You just got to work for it. I feel like if you teach them how to like grind like that, it ain't no problem with whatever they want.
All right,
Louis, what you say if you paying $50 to cut some grass? I'm gonna send my son on $50. Be glad to get 15 back in the day.
Hey, Tara.
Group said 100.
Tara. The yards ain't the same size as back in the day. These motherfuckers got 3 yards in the front.
I just want to know, every time he say Stacy, everybody talk. Everybody starts talking.
I ain't heard him say nobody's name.
But I ain't got much to say. I don't play them type of games. When my nephew, he works for his shit. You know what I'm saying? He's his own man. He works for his stuff, and them grades are what they should be, and I'm proud of him. And that part, I don't have them type of problem. He barely asks for anything. I have to make him get stuff by himself from things and stuff. It drives me up the wall. I'll be like, Lacey, can you tell the boy to order something, do something? He's simple. I love it. The other boys, they were something else, I'm telling you. But this one right here, this is going to be a senior, the last one. Oh my God. He's not all that into everything. Just get him some nice shoes, his little phone and stuff. He good. So, but
and you just said the key thing though, Stacy. He got good grades. You can get anything from me if you got good grades.
Yeah, he invests in stocks and things. So my nephew, he doing things like that. He ain't into like, he don't play. I wish he was like that one to play sports and all that, but he invests in his stocks and all this type of. He want to be a zoologist and stuff like that. He's like so weird to me, but he don't never really want nothing. So when he wants to beat headphones or something, okay, yeah, here you go. You want that new iPhone? Okay, cool. He gets all good grades and he good. So, but
I just want to say I got good grades too.
As far as that one. Ricky, I am not getting you nothing, okay? You don't never. I ain't got nothing for my birthday, so I'll show up for you. I don't even get a birthday.
First off, I invited you to go out, and you said you was gonna let me know. So don't do that.
I take it back. Okay, I take it back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but listen, y'all. But as far as that receipt for the guy, I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, like the schools are giving supplies to the kids and things because some of these kids show up. They show up with their new outfits and stuff, and not a book, not a notebook to one. You know what I'm saying? They don't. You know what I'm saying? The teachers got to give them something to write with. You know, but you stepping in your Air Force Ones or whatever, but you ain't got no notebook. You know, what kind make that make sense? These parents are just crazy.
All right, what to the
YC, before you go, Tara, I got good grades. I'm on the dean's list and the president's list. I just want to
Girl, did you hear
throw
me
that
say
out
my
there.
youngest two is in private school? I don't know what to tell you.
What's your
You
thoughts
said
on
anybody
that?
that had good grades could get stuff from you, so I just wanted to
That's not what I said.
let you know.
No. That's my kid.
Yeah.
What to the
If you was cut out of me, then you can get what you want.
Oh,
Ain't that about a bitch?
Thanks a lot, Terra Bay. All right, YC.
Sound like 95%.
Yeah, what?
Ricky said before you go YC. So how the hell am I to blame?
I just said it sound like 95% shit going on, but it's cool.
You talking to Ricky then?
Hey,
I missed
God
it.
bless you all. I pray y'all have an amazing life.
That's because he want to
This
get on here
boy
with
is
his shirt off, trying to like, what you trying to do, bro?
More than 95% shit.
You trying to shut up 95% of your top and not your bottom?
Can't help herself. Look, it's just spewing through her.
I'm just
She can't
asking.
help herself.
Yeah,
It's a question. Listen, I missed it. I just got here, so
go ahead, YC.
I must be that rock that make a hit dog holler.
I don't know what you
Y'all
even
both make
referring
it up
to.
in this piece. Just go ahead. Go ahead, YC.
Nah, fuck YC.
And God
what
bless
is
you.
happening?
God bless you. I vibrate high, shawty. God bless you.
Crazy.
My
Yeah,
vibrator
YC,
be
what
on
is your
too.
thought? Look, well, what is your thoughts on this topic?
Hey, what was the topic?
About
Hilarious. Want to talk about some 95 shit?
the white people, the black people spending all the money on the kids in school, and the white people, like they trying to do a fashion show, and the kids ain't learning nothing. They're learning financial literacy, but the white people be spending less on their kids.
Sound like a bunch of superficial shit, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of people trying to keep up with the Joneses instead of focusing on what really matters, and that is success and high grades and good scores and being a good person. But they think you looking good and looking like you got money makes you a good person, and a lot of these parents be trying to live vicariously through their kids because they wasn't living like that as a kid, and they got joned on and flamed and clowned for looking goofy, for wearing buddies and shit. But they finally got a little money now that they grown. They trying to live through their kids, you know what I'm saying? And that's what type of shit going on out here. A bunch of superficial, surface, 95% shit. Bunch of, you know what I'm saying? Ain't shit bitches raising ain't shit kids.
Oh my
That
God.
must mean that they must have had an ancient nigga because he had to start it.
Oh my
Fuck.
God.
Well, wisdom,
No.
KJ.
What is
Wisdom,
this
KJ.
95% shit you referring to? I missed it.
95%.
He says 95% of women are insane. He says that every show.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I
Ain't
thought
shit.
that maybe he got some sense
Go ahead,
there. But
KJ.
okay.
So from a historical perspective, they learned a long time ago that marketing to African Americans, that we want to look good because we get treated, we don't get respected. So we feel like if we dress nice, we don't get some more respect. So that's kind of part of where that started at. But the problem comes in when, like, for example, I feel this is almost an example like when we have these extravagant proms for graduating high school. That's not the end of the road. That's just a
Begins.
just a step point, right? You ain't really did nothing. And I want to thank, my mother, at an early age told me, hey, look, son, we don't have a lot of money. So, I learned, how to go rake yards, cut grass, take out people trash and stuff, at a young age. So I learned how to hustle and how to do stuff like that at an early age. So by the time I was 14 or 15, I could buy, look, I'm gonna date myself with y'all. because we was talking about clothes. I could buy my own Feli's and Guess jeans.
That's right. That's right.
And polo shirts and Gucci belts by the time I was 16, 17. But that was only because my mother wasn't given to me. Now, my mother always made sure I had clean clothes. Even if they was hand-me-downs or whatever, they was clean. But her focus was always on, and I think, you know, you mentioned this too, Stacey, you know, that they show up without everything. You know, they show up dressed nice, but don't have a book, don't have a pencil. They missing the whole point of, you're here to get an education. School is about getting, you want to steal as much information as you can while you here. And you know, some of that gets missed, I think, when the kids are dressed too nice, because then they more focused on being cool instead of getting a lesson. You know, so yeah, I think there needs to be a limit to it. Like you said, if your kid's doing well, yeah, you know, you treat them because they kind of earning it. You know, because they working. You doing your job at school. I always tell my kids, like, your job is school. That's your job. I expect you to do well. So, yeah, I think, you know, it's hard because we want our kids, like you mentioned, you know, like I think God mentioned, you know, we want our kids to look nice. You want them to feel good. Like Louis said, you know, you don't want them to get joned on because they wearing, you know, the buddy shoes and, you know, the Kmart shoes. But, you know, sometimes it's not so bad as you think. You know, some of those things build some of the best people.
Kmart ain't around no more. Just so you don't go looking for it.
It's the
I'm
fact
just
that he
trying to be
started the
helpful here.
conversation off saying historical.
Hey, let me go to this next topic.
You want me to provide safety for you, but you cannot reciprocate it for me. I deserve to feel safe too. A number of black men internally, their internal world is not safe. And yet you want me to provide you with safety that I don't even know for myself. When I say to you that you've harmed me, you give me this rigmarole, that's not safe. When I tell you I'm tired, you get so wrapped up in your responses that you don't even give me the space to be fucking tired. That's not safe. I say to you that I don't feel connected to you. I say to you that you are not meeting my emotional needs. I say to you that I do not feel the way that you talk to me is uplifting, and you continue to do it. That's not safe. But yet you want me to continue to go out in this world and come back and do all of this stuff. You don't want me. You want your idea of me. And if I don't fit that idea, you begin rejecting me. That's not safe.
Gateway. Gateway, Louis, where you at? Well, this was the gateway topic, so I don't know what happened. Are you on mute? Oh, there you go.
You know he be disappearing on us.
You on mute, Gateway.
And he did it again.
Take yourself on mute. You on mute? We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I say it's like, I told y'all, it's like ghosts because it happen every time around the same time, no matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing. I promise you, I don't know what's about it. But yeah, so I sent it originally because, like, this show has really shed a light on emotional intelligence from a masculine standpoint. Tara, she always saying, a few of the other sisters on her talk about how they never dealt with men in their time that, had emotional intelligence or dealt with things from an emotional standpoint. And she even made mentions to, her guy, articulating, how he feels or
What the hell?
The poster guy.
Oh, that was why I see dropping stuff. Scared the hell out of me.
Louis going in and out. Louis, we can't hear you. Gonna have to come back to you. All right, Tara.
I don't even know what to say about this video because it's 100%. What are we supposed to respond to? This man stated nothing but fact. He was, I don't know if that was his woman he was talking to, but if a man comes to you and tells you those things, and then you keep doing the things that he mentioned, how is he ever supposed to feel safe? And how is it fair for us as women to ask men to do for us what we won't do for them? You got to reciprocate it. In order for a man to feel safe, to be able to make us feel safe and protect us and keep us feeling safe, we have to give him that. He even stated, he was like, how am I supposed to know what safety feels like if you won't give it to me? You want me to provide it to you without ever having known it. So to me, this video is more of something that we need to be listening to and writing down notes. I don't know what you respond to. There is no, well, I agree or I disagree. This man told you what he needed, point blank, period. And we know sometimes what some of us as women do. So maybe that's what we pay attention to. Listen to a man saying what he needs and think about the times your man had told you what he needed and you didn't give it to him, but you damn sure were demanding that he still gave you what you wanted. So to me, I agree 100% with the entire video, and I think that somebody needed this, and you need to remember that. Keep processing that, and remember to be fair to your man. Give him what he needs so that he can give you what you need, and nobody loses.
All right, Louis, you're back. Go ahead.
Yeah. So can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So like, I felt like he made a point with just expressing like why sometimes it's so hard for him to be able to articulate and explain to his woman, why is it that, it's hard for him to be transparent and vulnerable. See, it's easy said when a woman like, oh, I want a man to express himself and I want a man to be this way and this way and this way. But if you don't afford that brother or that person or that man security as well, women think security only go one way. Security go both ways. And you got to make him feel secure. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you? He disappeared from me.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. We can't see you, but I can hear you. Louis, we having a poacher guy.
Can you not breastfeed your animal on screen, sir?
You need to move out that house, Louis.
Can you not breastfeed your animal on screen, sir? Can you cover up?
What's that, iguana?
It's the bearded dragon.
I see.
He said, can you not breastfeed your animal? Oh my God.
And y'all be talking about me because I was trying to figure out why he was trying to show off his little nips and shit.
Now we know.
Who raised this ninja? All right, KJ, what's your thoughts on this?
You know my thoughts on this. And a lot of women aren't taught, or know how to handle that. And men, my advice, men, you can share with your woman some stuff, but don't ever share where be careful on the ones that you share that you ain't got it right now. Because and that's that 95% that he talking about, that they because they looking at you to provide something. And like he said, the ideal of him. It wasn't him she wanted. She wanted the idea of a man that was gonna do this stuff, but she didn't really want him. He gonna pay the bills, he gonna do this. But yeah, he needs somebody to soup him up every once in a while. He needs somebody to tell him, hey, he's doing a good job. And I think this kind of goes back. There was a conversation, I forgot what it was, that men are taught how to treat women, but women aren't taught how to treat a man. Or I forgot how that little phrase goes. That a lot of boys are raised, how they supposed to treat a woman, but they don't know how they supposed to be treated back. And this is kind of one of those things. And man, I'm just gonna tell you, it's a dual-edged sword. Just like that first woman who said, hey, I got a guy, he good to me, he treat me good, but I do not want to have his ugly baby. And we don't know what she looked like. We don't know, what type of person she really is. He could bring her up. You know what I'm saying? She might look average, but this dude might take the intelligence to a whole nother level. Who knows what she raising, and what she really like. So that, this is a tough one. Like I say, ladies, yeah, emotional IQ, your man is not weak for sharing information with you. He probably sharing with you because you're supposed to be his best friend. You're supposed to be able to bounce some stuff off you know, with your partner to try to get a better idea. It don't mean that he weak, you know, but you know that's you need to have some long-term ends with a lady to know whether or not to do that. Don't come out the box coming off that way, because then they'll be like, oh no, I don't want somebody I got to take care of, you know, because they not looking for boys, they looking for men, you know. Some of that is part of being a man, being stoic. It's part of being a man, being a leader. It's part of being stoic.
All right, Stacy.
Where am I supposed to go with this? So a lot of men don't want to make themselves look weak. You know what I'm saying? And like I guess KJ was just saying, like you kind of have to have some years invested with your partner to really dive deep, if you will. You know, let them know how you really feeling and stuff, because like in the beginning of relationships and things, people think, you know, they get a picture of how you should be, or they, you know, picture you how you should be, or where how you coming in the gate. If they're accepting you, they think you know how to treat a woman and all this stuff, or they think a woman know how to treat you. So, but that's the wrong understanding, you guys. I think that even though KJ saying like you should be invested like within time and stuff, I think really this is something that people should know up front. Like tell people of your feelings and how you want to be treated or how you expect to be treated and things. So when it started going left field, then hey, you can leave the relationship because you knew from the start that I told you this is how I wanted this, you know, or, you know, we talked about this, blah, 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 you know, so you have an excuse to leave the relationship, that is. But I don't think it's anything wrong with men opening up and securing their feelings. And I think that the women need to act on them as such, but also y'all know how I am. Hey, I speak for both. So I think everybody should respect each other and each other's feelings and treat everyone like they want to be treated respectfully. That part.
All right, the God MCY to the.
Hey man, it sound like bruh finally figuring out that 95%. You did, and he just like you can't become a man until ain't shit bitch try to destroy you and you bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a part of rites of passage, nigga. But yeah, just describing that 95%, them ungrateful, ain't shit, insane bitches. You know what I'm saying? The ones that grew up thinking life was like Snow White and Pocahontas and motherfucking shit like that.
Pocahontas is a horrible example. She died.
I told you she can't help herself. That 95. But God bless you.
Oh,
Shit like that. They grew up thinking shit a fantasy, and they think Mr. Perfect out there, and shit he might be, but bitch you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You far from it. So yeah, he just describing that 95%, and he venting, and he a little destroyed on the inside, but I see it in him. He'll be all right.
All right, Ricky.
He needs therapy. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying how you want to be, how you want what you want reciprocated, right? But if you don't even know how to give what you asking for, how are you mad because somebody else don't know how to give it to you? But this literally just happened to me yesterday. I just had this conversation with my dude about him wanting certain stuff, and I didn't realize that's what he wanted. The way that we communicate and what he considers ungrateful and some more stuff, get your son close together so he can get into it. Sitting in my room because I slapped the shit out of him.
What? What? Hold on, step back, Rick.
Nah,
so your man confided in
listen,
you.
hold on. I was talking to my daughter because I was talking to my daughter because I slapped my grandson.
Okay.
But no, he confided in me he said that I was being ungrateful because he bought me something that I didn't really want. And I said, don't buy me what you want me to have if you're going to complain about it. If you ask me what I want and I tell you what I wanted, then you go get something different. That's on you. Don't get mad about it. So we got into a minor argument, but then we figured it out because at the end of the day, the argument was petty. And with the argument being petty, I had to understand that it was the way that he was coming to me. And I didn't understand, but he said I was being ungrateful, and I had to let him know who know what ungrateful was. Let the water out. But we good. But I really did have to take a step back and understand where he was coming from so that I can do better in my communication with him. And I ain't even pop off. I talked to him in a calm voice. That's rare as hell. He deserve an award for this shit. But nah,
we proud of you, Rick. We proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, for real. Because I don't be doing that. I even apologized and I wasn't even wrong.
But we got to be real with our feelings with that. You know, a lot of times, you know, we forget people, men that way too. You know, we don't want to hear all your side stories. And then especially, we don't want to hear them because we're going to try to fix it. Don't tell us a bunch of stuff that's wrong. We're going to try to fix it. You know, you have a problem with your kids, you have a problem with somebody, we're going to try to give an answer. Now, if every day you still got the same problems, then we're going to start feeling a certain way too.
But maybe I just need you to listen. I don't need you to do anything.
That's what I found out about women.
Sometimes we just need you to listen.
Yep.
Sometimes it's not about you trying to fix the issue, because sometimes you're trying to fix it makes it worse. So what some women want is just for you to listen. Just allow me to vent. Let me get it out. And then from there, I can calm down and I feel better because I got it out. It's not about having an answer right then and there. Because everything that's said or everything that some person is venting about does not require a solution right then and there at that moment.
All right.
I will say real quick, let me say this to women, to us. Because I think a lot of this stuff is going to have to be fixed by us. I just do. We see on this show every single week, men are telling us what we're not doing, what we need to do, what we need to fix, what we need to be taught. I don't see them doing a lot of self-reflection about what they need to do, but that's neither here or there. I will say this: when your man is coming to you and telling you what he needs, get excited about that information. Maybe we change our mentality and say, you know what? Ooh, he just gave me a gem. Let me write that down. Let me record that set that to memory. And let me get excited because he's giving me the arsenal to be able to be the best version that I can for him. This is if you want to be invested in this. If you're looking for a ring and some kids or whatever order you want to do that in, because not everybody needs to be married these days, but you need to be happy when he opens up and tells you stuff. Because when he gives you that knowledge, that makes you stronger. All you can do is be better for him when he gives you the information about what he needs. So if you is excited about that, if you get happy that this man has told you this is what I need, he's giving you the cheat code. Now your life is easy because if you give him what he needs, he's going to give you what you need. And if you find that you're giving him what he needs and he's not giving you what you need, then you can bounce. Or you can turn around and do the same thing and say, okay, you told me this and I did it. This is what I need, and see if he reciprocates. But don't be irritated by the information. Don't be offended by the information. Use that as your superpower and rock with it.
Now, Tara, I already got the ring and the tattoo from him, so I'm Gucci.
Lord Jesus.
Hey, the cheat code is gratitude. Should always be your attitude.
All right. That transcends into this next topic that one of the panel members sent there.
Men, especially if you're a woman dealing with a man, certain words shut their brain off. And they will instantly turn off, and it's way harder to get that engine to turn back on after, right? Once they shut down, good luck. Like, I'm the kind of woman who, if my guy was upset with me, I'd be like, you know I like sucking your dick, right? Look. You ain't even straight.
Any guy that I've ever dated and I had an issue with, wife, can you please tell this what I just said? She will say the same thing. It would come out of her mouth.
They would listen.
They would listen. Example, I'll say, I have not seen you. You promised me that you were going to see me.
I've been busy.
I'm frustrated. I don't care. I will say that.
I would say, sweetheart, I understand that you have a very busy schedule because my get crazy too. You know what I'm saying? But I really, really, really feel recharged every time I spend time with you. And I don't feel like I've had an opportunity to really do that lately.
You just made my coochie hot.
And so if you and I could get an opportunity to get together, you know, laugh, joke, maybe I touch you, you touch me.
Y'all.
And, you know, we would both be happier people in life. And,
Can I interject?
You know, I would say something like that. I would never say I don't care.
That's how you do that. That's how you do that. And I guarantee there are gonna be people in the comments that make it seem like what she did was too much. At the end of the day, people who
can't hear him
talk how she spoke, learn how to get your point across without making that person feel attacked, because it's typically what happens. You think, oh, I didn't say anything wrong. I was just being honest. But how you speak in a way where it's attacking them, or that's why they respond in an attacking way. And just like the woman was saying, she said, I can say the same thing to him, but my friend said it's not. It comes out different. You know why? Because he's used to you complaining and attacking him for everything. So even when you might not be, he hear it that way. And what tends to happen is people, it becomes muscle memory to complain about everything, man or woman. You sit back and complain about what men not doing, what women not doing, and it eventually gets to the point where that's all you know how to do, whether you trying to do it or not. If you sit back saying men ain't this, women ain't that, women ain't that, when you finally get with a person, you're not gonna know how to feed life into them. You're not gonna know how to say anything good about them because you're only used to talking about the bad things. And if you're only used to talking about the bad things, you don't even realize when you're talking about something bad anymore. See, at the end of the day, you want to complain. I can't say nothing to you because you don't know how to talk to nobody. That's your problem. See, and you have the other woman who said the same exact thing, getting the same point across, but instead of it coming off as complaining, she came off in a very loving and nurturing way to where, like, baby, I need you, versus you not doing this. It's like, there's two different ways you can do it. But the people who know how to talk, like the second lady, the woman who spoke life into them and spoke with love, those are people who typically speak with love on a everyday basis, not a person who's always complaining. Because the only way for you to learn how to do it, you cannot be a person who's complaining about everything all the damn time. Now maybe I'm tripping. You can say what you want to say, but being that I'm a person who know how to do this, I still say what I'm gonna say. I ain't got time to be trying to care about how you feel right now. But I still know how to say things in a way to make you understand I'm not trying to be an a-hole. Y'all be cool.
Hey, Tara.
Okay, so I love this video. Again, I'm going to go back to most of the time when we hear stuff from the men on this show and when we see these videos, it's always about what a woman needs to do. So it is evident to me that y'all are not going to make the first move, that this is going to be up to us to come to you guys, proving to you that we heard what you said, and we're going to try our best to give you what you need from us. So I think we have to do those mental exercises. A lot of times you might be with a man who you love to the end of the earth, but he get on your nerves. But sometimes you can even say this in life. You know how when somebody go to a restaurant, if they have a great experience, a lot of times they just have a great experience. They tell the waitress that and they leave. But if they go to a restaurant and have a bad experience, they own Yelp and Facebook and everywhere. Don't you ever go here. They ain't, and giving you all the worst of things. We love to talk about the negative, but we rarely focus on the positive. So if you mad at your dude throughout the day, you need to be counting to yourself everything he does. He holds the doors open for me. He holds me when I cry. He, whatever he does, that's nice. Repeatedly say that to yourself. Repeatedly think about why you're with him. Because all we do a lot of times is focus on asking ourselves, why are we with him? Because he don't never do this, and this. And then when you talk to him, even when you're not mad at him, it comes off aggressive. Why? Because in your head, all you're thinking about is all the shit you can't stand about him. You haven't trained your mind and your heart to really talk to this man with love and speak life into him. And we're going to have to. I thought what she said was dope. I know how hard it is when a person is irritating you for you want to speak like that, though. But if we tried yelling and nagging and cussing and fussing and it's not making it better, Maybe we're gonna have to put the big girl, thongs on and try it this way. Give it our all before we walk away. But you really do need to constantly be reminding yourself of what your man does and remind him too. When he does what you want, what you like, make sure you let him know because he'll do it again and again and again. And that should be the point that we're trying to get to, the point that we're trying to get to. So I agree with the video.
All right, well, to the sicker than three boogers.
You feel me? Hey, man, I feel she in the she if not in the 5%, she on her way to being in that 5% because she is operating out of abundance and not out of lack. You feel me? She seems like gratitude is majority always her attitude, and instead of trying to destroy and tear down, she is building up. So I just say that to say, man, it seemed like she is moving with intention and she's very self-aware. And most people not self-aware, you know what I'm saying? They just out here in robot mode. And when you in robot mode, you kind of in survival mode because we really focus on danger more than good shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a reflex to focus on danger. But when you self-aware, like Tara said, you learn how to retrain your mind to focus on positivity, especially if you giving this person your time and your body and all that other good shit. What the fuck you focused on the negative for when all you gonna get is more negative? So shout out to her for being in that 5%, leading with intention, always staying grateful, and getting what come with it. You feel?
All right, Stacy.
All right then. So listen to me. I feel that we have. First of all, I like the video. I feel it. That's cool. I also feel like we have so much other things that we deal with in life that like make us mad or make us stressed out, and family, people that say they love us and all just stuff, you know what I'm saying? And we over here rocking with our loved one that's supposed to be our partner or our number one, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we need to bring that negative energy to them. You know what I'm saying? I think that in that space it needs to just be that part, that supportive part where you can just come together and just be as one. Like, calm the energy or the negative that we've been getting from life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think as a whole, both people need to again treat each other with respect and be that peace for one another, that combining a joint, just conjoining partner, like just that loved one. Like if that person is feeling stressed out, you're supposed to be the one that they supposed to be lean on or come to. You know what I'm saying? Make them feel loved and wanted, and be their peace and at ease. So. And I'm for everybody, but I'm gonna just talk about the women. The women need to stop, taking it to 100 and kind of calm it down. Come on down, and just be that cheerleader for your guy, and the one that he can come to and be at ease with, and don't have to lean on another woman or pillow talk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let you be that one for them or whatever. So, yep, y'all, let's calm it down a little bit and learn to live life, because life is short. That part.
Okay. All right, Ricky.
Again, I had to learn this. Even when me and my dude get upset with each other, I've learned to not match his energy. And I'm always talking to him in a calm voice, which works out for me because then he still give me whatever I want. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that one bit. But I do try to always let him know that he's doing all the right things. Like he says the right things, he does the right thing. Come on, Brandon. Like he does and says and all the right stuff. So shout out to him. Because I know I'm not an easy person to deal with. And the fact that he has and put a ring on it says a lot. But
So you a
I'm not
fiance?
with her. Look, I'm married. Fuck a fiance. I'm also not that person that's I'm gonna be like in the middle of an argument or a disagreement that I'm finna suck your dick. That's not me. You're not getting it. So I don't even want him to get his hopes up that that shit is gonna happen. Um, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there right now. So if we're into it, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, baby, I want to suck your dick. Not happening. I'd be like, you gonna take your mad ass over there, and then when you're done being mad, we can make up. But yeah, I never in the midst of a disagreement be like, I'm finna suck your dick. I don't know where she got that shit from, but I guess it does work. I'm gonna try it one day, maybe, but not no time soon. Uh,
It works.
I'm pretty sure it does, but for me, maybe one day, but not no time soon. I'm not there
You
yet.
ain't gotta tell us.
Uh,
Just do it, Ricky. You ain't gotta tell us that you did it.
no, I'm gonna tell you when I do it if I ever do it. Just know that it's probably not gonna ever happen.
You messed
Um,
up.
Listen, if I mess up, I'm woman enough to say that I messed up and I'll apologize for it. Now, in the
CeeLo,
midst of
look,
our
CeeLo,
disagreement, I'm not doing it.
No. We not reading nothing from over there. No,
energy can
no,
control a man.
no. Not today, Satan.
Man, I'm not mad at it, but I do love that if a woman be nicer, that she get more stuff like softer. It's a true statement because I've learned in previous relationships I was mad aggressive, but that's because I was still walking around with a whole lot of hurt and anger that I didn't address. But since I've addressed it, I don't have to do that with him. Like I don't, he get the softer version of me.
All right, KJ.
So we talked about this a few times, and it does go both ways. Men have to, and I talked about this. We talked about social skills, learning how to talk to people, learning how to understand people, and any argument you have should be if it's an argument, it should be to end up good. How do we get out of this? How do we make it better? It should be in that tone. And a lot of times people get so caught up in wanting to be right, they don't want to be correct. They got to feel like the way they want it is right, instead of being like, well, what works best for everybody? And how does this fit in? And now, the woman there, I don't know if you ladies felt it, but there was a different energy about her. As a woman, on the stage, she presented herself different. And I ain't saying in every circumstance she got to do that, but if something happened, and she feel like a man frustrated more than anything, she feel good about throwing down that ace, that big joker. Hey, look,
Oh my God, Lord Jesus.
Because what you don't get is, okay, ladies, how y'all feel emotional when it's that time of month for y'all, and y'all feel emotional. Okay, men, we that way all month. We just control our stuff. So when we can let go, that release, we become a different person for a minute. We not as aggressive. Our mind is not something. Y'all go through it 4 days a month where y'all feel angry and aggressive. Men, we got that in us all the time. And when you can remove that, sometimes we ain't even mad. No more, because we ain't even frustrated. We might have forgot what we was talking about. We can go on.
Just like you talking about the men, the women need.
And same with the women. I've been saying with the women, right. I'm saying that, yes, ma'am. I'm fellas, and I'm saying if your woman acting silly and you can't figure it out, tell her go wash it, lay down.
That part.
And take this, and then talk about it later. So yeah, that works. But the big part, I think, is you got to understand how to talk to people and not get angry because they don't agree with everything you say or every word you say. What should be important should be the outcome. The way you decided to get there, you might go a different way. As long as we get there and we both happy with getting there, even though we didn't take your direction might have been a different way that made you feel better. But if we got there, we won. We scored. Whether we ran the ball or threw it, we scored.
You gotta really know the person that you with, though, because some men hate when women try to do sexual things because they're like, you never listen to me. You always divert to that because it's gonna cloud my mind and nothing ever gets resolved. So depending on how big the problem is betwixt the two of you, maybe you need to listen to your man, apologize. Men like apologies, women. I mean, because I guess we so rarely give them. I know my dude was like, that's the first time a woman has ever apologized to me and didn't have no but you shoulda, or that awful, I'm sorry you feel that way, just no accountability. I came in, I apologized. Once you rectify it, then do all of that. So it depends on how big it is. Sometimes that man wants to know you heard him. You're going to put forth the effort to not do it again. And now the sex can be healing versus distracting.
And I'm not giving up distracted sex, but
next, let's go to the next
We
time.
talking about petty argument stuff. We ain't talking about petty argument. We talking about petty argument type stuff here. We ain't talking about
I agree with your way on petty arguments. I just wanted to state that if it's real heavy, ladies, sometimes an apology is called for and some accountability, like for real, for real.
I apologize with kisses.
Next topic.
So the larger the chain, it's like it represents who you are. Do you realize that the reason you still wear chains is because you wore chains when slavery was in? So the larger the chain that the slave wore, whoever's buying that slave, this is terrible. The larger it was, the better quality that slave was.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm purchasing a slave, and I'm not, I'm just using it as an example, the larger the chain means, oh, he's a bigger, better worker. You didn't show emotion. You did not cry.
Can I keep it hot with you right now?
Yeah, seriously.
This is the deepest I've ever heard in my life.
I'm serious.
I've never heard this. So the bigger the chain.
Yes. Do you understand why now?
I'm gonna take this out. That's crazy.
So it's programmed in your DNA and you don't even realize how it's in your DNA. So even now, 200 years later, but no, I'm saying 200, well, literally 200 since we are done with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey.
But literally, we still in the same
boat.
Yeah.
And
I've been a slave like a
yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and you don't even realize, but in your head, it's like, oh, these things, and they're programmed in your DNA. So you gotta stop that DNA.
That's
generational trauma.
I don't even have no words for that because I've never heard. Y'all in the comments and viewers fact check that because I've never heard that, but it makes so much.
And then you're not gonna see it in
that
history.
Makes so much sense.
You're not gonna see it in history.
The person who has the bigger chain was the most
valued slave.
All right, KJ, you about to pop? Go ahead, KJ.
How about what the most retarded thing? She's the type that'll say, "Oh, the black people."
I saw it like Ricky.
That lady's the type to say that, if we wouldn't have became slaves, we wouldn't have met Jesus. That was the most ignorant, stupidest thing ever said. That has nothing to do with that. That has to do with just the culture that's the rap culture that's been developed. They ain't got nothing to do. Motherfuckers been wearing chains forever. It's a show that you have money. They ain't just got nothing to do with slaves. White people wear chains. They wear more gold than we do. I hate when somebody says ignorant stuff like that. That was so ignorant, and he was silly for even falling for that. Somebody's in his DNA to want to wear a chain. Come on now.
We talking about people need to take classes and learn some stuff.
Oh my God.
I guess you're just gonna ignore my comment.
Well, I'm tripping. What, Ricky? I forget. I just read your stuff.
Right the fuck?
Okay,
look.
I'm sorry.
I hate when clear people say stuff like this. Right, here's why. We were wearing chains before you motherfuckers even came over there, right? Fucking the Egyptians was buried with their golden chains. I'm confused as hell as to why you think that since slavery that y'all all of a sudden determine the value of how we're looked at as our chains are.
So insulting.
According to clear people, that is 100% accurate for clear people.
What y'all talking about?
For colored people, that is not accurate information, because if she actually goes back and look at the history behind chains, it would not be related specifically to slavery. We had chains in Africa. We wore golds and crowns, and we had all of that shit prior to slavery.
Hey,
so the fact that hey, hold it, put a fork in it. So the fact that she thinks, because again, this is a clear woman. Again, this is a clear woman trying to explain to a Negro who ain't got a lick of motherfucking sense because he was gullible as hell. Come on, I ain't never heard no shit like this. Nigga, where the fuck you been at? How the fuck you don't know the basics? That's a story for another day. But the fact that a clear woman is telling you that she's valuing and looking at you in that sense lets you know that that's in her fucking DNA. That didn't have shit to do with his DNA, because his DNA should have told him at that moment, where the fuck was Dr. Umar at when you needed him, even though his old fake ass. But I'm just saying, the way that he should have read her rights regarding the history of change, and the fact that he sat there and act like the coon that he was,
he co-signed it.
made me
He
that much
asked
more.
his people to fact check it for him because he never heard it.
Which means that the people he around is ass. He needs to be around different people. Because if you're around all these people and can't nobody help you with that, that's a fucking problem. That is basic as hell.
Said the bigger the chain on the slave was that slave trying to escape.
Okay, Silos, we're not finna go there. You like a snap from
Look,
being clear anyway. But
I got a question though.
Go ahead, Tom.
Going to this whole Egyptian kings and all that shit, is American black people more impacted off the ideal of what slavery was in America, or are they more impacted by the Egyptian shit?
What happened to us here? What happened to slavery here? Our
Well,
ancestors.
hold on. See, because my question is rooted in the sense of you can say, oh, well, change came from this and change came from that, and that may all be true, but that don't mean that the other fact is not true. Because the thing is, what change represent when it comes to rappers and everything now, like they did put gold chains on slaves to make them look better. They did put gold caps and shit in chains mouth and slaves mouth and made them do certain things to appeal to sell them for more money. That's a fucking fact. That's documented.
I ain't never seen that, bro.
You ain't
Please,
never
bro.
Look it
seen.
up. Look
When
it
it's
up.
documented, what the fuck you mean?
Post that for us, please, brother.
I definitely will, brother. What the fuck?
Nah,
get
no,
your hand out
seriously.
my pocket.
But in all seriousness, they dress slaves up to sell them better. Is that not documented?
Yeah,
It
I
It
mean,
is,
you
but
is.
gonna
are we
you gonna
only
dress
gonna
your
take a
car up.
small
You gonna make sure
are
your
we only gonna
water
take a
clean.
small
I'm not.
percentage
So
of
what
it?
I'm saying is,
It's
so what
real
I'm saying is
property.
now
Real
nowadays slavery don't come with fucking chains. It's a mental thing. So therefore, if they did something to them physically back then, it could still be true that this is what it represents now.
Okay.
All
Like
right.
two things can be true at the same time. You can sit and say okay all you want to. Just because your
I'm
fact is
saying,
your
brother,
fact don't mean
I'm just,
that
I'm
don't
agreeing to
negate
disagree.
another
I ain't
fact.
mad
And
at you.
what you say, bro?
I said I ain't mad at you. I'm
I
just
ain't mad at you
disagreeing.
neither. But what I'm saying is you're gonna respect what I'm saying.
That's what I said, and you ain't got to raise your voice. That's what I'm saying. I just
I ain't,
said
I
I'm
ain't,
just,
I ain't raised
Lacy.
no, I ain't
if
raised no
you get
voice, bro.
mad, I'm
I'm
just
It's
saying what
saying.
I'm
getting
saying.
Hey, hey,
Right. That's what
Tone,
I'm just
hey,
saying.
Tone,
That's
Tone,
it.
you
But
didn't hear
Lacy got the
Tone.
mute button,
I
won't
just
use
said
it, Lord
something, bro.
Hey,
Jesus.
Tone, you didn't hear him. He wasn't trying to be disrespectful. He was agreeing with you. Just calm
Yeah, when
down.
he said okay, he was
Calm down.
conceding,
Man, I don't give a
as
fuck
in
about none
he'll
of that
go
shit.
research it.
Calm your nerves.
Yo,
That part. You can't just keep
who
on
raised
popping you in the off like you. Yeah.
Lacy be
Calm
letting
your nerves.
anything go on, I
I can do
swear.
whatever I please when I
this
want to. I
this
please like
this
doing it. If I'm speaking to somebody, if I'm speaking, I'm speaking. If you
I
take it
thought
away,
we
then
was.
that's
I
on
thought
you.
we was gonna be Antonio today. Really, this ain't
I
showing.
am.
And
I am. I am.
I
But
didn't.
but what? Hey, look,
Well, shit, I was speaking and you just kept on interjecting.
Right.
But
That's what
go
I'm trying
ahead.
to say. Ricky was talking. Then you just kept talking and
man,
talking.
man.
What we doing
And
here?
I shut up and I let Ricky
Can
do
we
whatever
all
the fuck
just
she
get
did.
along? Can we all
Oh,
just get
Please.
along?
David Ruffin keep
What?
on popping in and out
What?
and stuff. I don't get this
Said
shit.
what slave had
Then
go to
don't get
change?
it.
I never even
Don't think about getting it.
Now Lacy won't stop this argument. But he keep reading this bullshit.
Exactly. Man, fuck
What?
this shit.
Who raised all you ninjas up in this mud? It's a debate show. Calm down. Everybody's so personal.
Right? Y'all
I'm
box
good.
about some bullshit.
I'm eating my
Help
10 piece.
educators. Hey, help
No, Tom,
educators.
I think what you
I
said
done
was
sent in stuff
beautiful.
that somebody asked
And
me
I
for,
agree.
and I
What you
gave it.
say,
Help
KJ?
educators.
What you say, KJ?
I
This 10
said,
piece
help
lemon pepper
educators.
good.
I done had somebody doubt me, and I posted the link of where I got the information from. I ain't mad.
Well,
Everybody don't know what I
hey,
know.
look,
Everybody
but
don't know
what I'm saying though, the way you spoke to me, look straight up, the way you speak, like it could be condescending and question what I'm saying to you, and
Very,
to me,
very
I
white
take
privilege.
and to what I'm telling you, I took it as disrespect because it's like you're lowballing what I'm saying. So therefore, my thing is you ain't got to agree with it. But what I'm telling you is two things can be true at the same time. Just because your facts are your fact don't mean that the other ones are fact. You talking about, oh, that's not this, so I reacted the way I reacted. So don't try to don't make it seem like it was I was just saying okay and agreeing. It wasn't that, bro. You was going against me, and like you say, it's a debate show. I don't give a fuck about your personal feeling. I really don't. Personally, it's not a
But I
personal
mean,
thing for me. I don't
Well,
care.
Tom, at first he wasn't agreeing with you, but then the
And
second part he was.
that's what I'm saying. So if at first you wasn't agreeing with me, and then to sit there and
But
say,
then
okay,
he
it's a
but then he did agree with you at the end, and you wasn't listening.
Hold on, listen, everybody, calm down.
You just started popping off, is what I'm
Hey,
saying.
hold on. First of all, hold on.
Listen,
Hey, real shit.
But I'm Tone. It's okay. He was.
When
This is a debate show.
listen, everybody, calm down. Y'all going crazy. Listen,
I just
everybody,
want to say this lemon pepper good as fuck.
everybody, calm down. Everybody got their issue over. Everybody has to say what they to say. There's no point in dragging this. Period. From nobody. Everybody already know. Okay. Everybody got their issue out. Why, Twitter? What do you got to say about this topic?
Hey, hey, man, I feel there's some truth in both sides of the arguments that's going on, type shit. I start with as the royal side of melanated people before Caucasian, savage, unpeaceful mofos came in there. You know what I'm saying? On their savagery, you know what I'm saying? And kidnapping motherfuckers and fuck the black motherfuckers that sold the black motherfuckers type shit to them Caucasus Mountains type shit. But yeah, man, melanated people in Africa always been royal descent, royal bloodline, very self-aware, very in tune with astrology, irrigation, mathematics, science, and much more. And what we wore for as necklaces and chains and crowns was a symbol of the treasures on the inside. And we was just reflecting what was on the inside, on the outside. Now, far as the other side of the argument, when them Caucasian savages threw them other chains on our neck, I look at it like the Toby effect. You know what I'm saying? You remember when they kept trying to make that dude say, "What's your name, boy?" Toby. You know what I'm saying? That type of vibe. So they was actually jealous of them gold chains and threw them punk ass rusty ass chains on us and wanted to break brothers and sisters down so bad physically and mentally because they were such on a high pedestal. And when they go outside, the sun burn them. When we go outside, we get vitamins. It's just the hate that they projected on them slaves that they had in their possession. Everybody wasn't slaves, you know what I'm saying? I ain't get everybody, but the ones they did have, they wanted to put that Toby effect on them. You know what I'm saying? So I say it's some truth.
Sunburn.
It's some truth in both sides of the argument. As far as we come from royalty, we been flexing gold, diamonds, all of that shit, but it was a reflection of our spirituality, our mental, and what we truly are. Now, the ones that got caught up in the massacre and the transatlantic slave trade, you know what I'm saying, by them Caucasian savages from the peak of the Caucasus Mountains in the caves, you feel me? They was jealous of all of that shit. So instead of them gold chains, they threw on rusty chains type shit. And G, you said something like this too in the song we did. You said, you know what I'm saying? Used to get hit with whips and chains, and now we up here
The
flexing with
irony,
whips and
with the
chains, the iron.
yeah,
You
the
know what I'm saying?
irony.
Irony, that's what it is. But check this out. Slavery never went nowhere, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It just evolved. You know what I'm saying? It's called the prison industrial complex. You know what I'm saying? And guess who? Guess who's the biggest investor in urban entertainment? Prison, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's called the prison, the school to prison pipeline type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's some truth in both sides of the argument. So God bless you all. You feel?
See, I said there's no truth in a slave having gold on to be sold. All right, Tara. You can't hear
Sarah, we
you.
can't hear you.
Okay, I'll start off by saying this. I think the most disheartening thing about this video to me was that this man said he had never heard anything about this and that he needed a white woman to give her version of education to him. I think it's very dangerous Very dangerous when you don't know enough about your history that you have a white person come on and try to teach it to you. I just really do. It's very distasteful to me. But also, here's the thing: like Antonio, Tom was saying about two things can be true at the same time. They have been releasing reports, data, research that says that there's a connection from those chains and what rappers do now. This has been out for a long time. People have been saying this for a long time, of all shades, creeds, and colors, just depending on where you're looking. You go to the Tariq Nasheeds and the buck breaking and all of that stuff. In that vein, there are certain documentaries where you're going to hear that from Black people. So she's just regurgitating what somebody else said. So we would have to look into those reports and see why they're saying that and what subset they're talking about. But it is out there. I just don't like the fact that he was acting like, he's like, I want to take this off now. Like, ew, it was coonish. That's what Ricky said. I agree. But it's just the same way they say sagging started in prison. So why the hell do straight men walking around out here do it? It's that type of thing. But also they just released a report that was saying that they've shown like depression and anxiety genes in men's sperm. In their sperm, and that goes into that egg, and that baby is born dealing with those things. So you really have to go after these doctors and these universities who are releasing these types of things and do your own research to see how true it is. But this shit has been out here for a while. That white woman ain't doing nothing but regurgitating what she's already been told. And I just think that Black man should have fact checkers right there on the spot, and also maybe should have had a conversation with her about what she was going to say before she came on the show, because that she made him look weak. But these things have been said, they truly have. So the most important thing that we have to do is realize it is up to us to educate ourselves on our history. We got to stop looking to outsiders. You got to watch who you have in your kids' lives. You got to watch who you have in your life. For me, I like to get my information from people who maybe have degrees in studying, African history and psychology and things like that. I don't really want to hear from a white woman who read something somewhere, had nothing to do with it at any time. I don't want to talk to a man who was raised by white people. I don't want to talk to a man who's that, like Drake. Drake could tell me nothing. Your mother raised you. Your dad is Black, but he wasn't around. And every time you open your mouth, you praise your mom, you this, you this. You're a white Jewish boy to me. You're not Black. I don't care what anybody says. So you can't tell me about my history if you are not from my history or of my history. And it doesn't work for me. So that was my problem with the video. Him acting like she was his Lord and Jesus, his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ or something was too much for me. It was too much.
All right, Tell you had anything else to add, or was that your turn? You was going on. If you talking, we can't hear your tone.
What happened to Stacey?
Girl, get the fuck on like you Stacey's best friend.
Ain't nobody best friend. I just actually happened to her because he put y'all in timeout and she never came back.
Ricky.
Yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
Nah, I ain't got shit to say. My point was like why I see both things can be true at the same time. Don't negate another thing because you don't understand or you ain't came across the information or something. Like both things can be true at the same time. That as you don't look down on a bit of information because you haven't came across the reading or you haven't actually seen something to where that's my point.
All right, AJ, you done with your turn?
KJ, you was on mute, so I ain't hear what you said.
We ain't hear you.
Yeah. I'm good. I believe that some things get passed down, especially depression, especially our stress. We know physically things get passed down. You know, uh, both things can be true. I know earlier when I was asked about something, I ain't had no problem posting it. This is where I found information at, so everybody can kind of be educated. I love to learn more, so yeah, I hated that. It was so insulting. It was just so insulting. Next she was gonna say this why you like watermelon and this why you like chicken. And it just was so insulting. And for him to be up there, and now this is spreading around and now somebody's gonna actually, put weight that, I understand that the physical and mental things that we went through, but people around the world eat water, eat watermelon, and eat chicken. Black people ain't the only people that do it. It's other cultures. They wear gold and jewelry all the time. That's something that kind of, you go to hood type places in any culture, that's how they flex. You know, I don't think it was something that was inherited because, you know, and I'm speaking, you know, my people were slaves. I was able to track down my daddy's people down to the plantation in Tennessee that, you know, the first, you know, down to Colonel Peyton's plantation, you know, and when my great grandfather was born, you know, so I take it seriously. I try to know a lot of information about it, you know, but things, it does pass down. What she was saying, I just hated it in so many different levels.
All right, let me go to the last topic.
And Tone, I'm sorry I made you mad, brother.
You ain't making me mad. You irritated. It's irritating. It ain't making me mad. It's just irritating. You can't make me mad, guy. You just irritating. Like,
can you please accept the apology, Tom? Jesus.
No, motherfucker, I can't. Did you accept his apology when he was getting on your nerves?
No, I will never accept his apology, but you're supposed to be a better person than me.
When he was getting on your nerves, did you accept the apology? Did you hold
Hey,
a
do as
grudge
I say,
against this
not
man?
as I do.
Did you hold a grudge
Do as
against
I
this
say,
man for a
not as I
minute?
do.
You can't say shit to me, girl. You boycotted this nigga. Stop talking to me, man.
I'm still boycotting his ass. Fuck you talking about?
Hypocritical ass. Now you want to be here.
Look, I'm
I'm on
trying to
Team
teach you to be
KJ.
better than me,
All
Tom.
this
I'm
fake
trying to
ass
do the
shit, man.
right
Stop playing
thing.
with me, bro. KJ, we good, bro. We straight, bro. You didn't make me mad. Ain't nothing like that. Certain things just irritate me, bro. We straight, bro. Like ain't no personal shit with this shit, bro. Tara, stop playing with me, bro. And
Well,
Ricky ass too,
I
bro.
end up being
That
that. You
got
know
me
what,
fucked
Tom?
up.
I love you, and I
Let's
don't
go
give a
to the
fuck. You
next topic.
understand?
Last topic of the day. Yeah,
Let's go to the next topic.
Look, angry ass
My
motherfucker.
fiance and I began planning our wedding 2 summers ago. Everything was booked, bought, and the RSVPs poured in. My mother didn't like my fiance, but she promised to grin and bear it for the big day. My mother suffered a stroke at work and was scheduled for brain surgery on our big day. My mother wanted me by her side. My fiance says she can't stand at the altar alone. I chose to be with my mom. My fiance walked down the aisle, thanked the guest, and announced that she wouldn't be marrying a mama's boy. So the wedding was off. Meanwhile, mom's surgery was successful, but her face is swollen, so I took care of her every need. She recovered miraculously, and she looked a decade younger. I realized mom lied to me. Mom didn't have brain surgery. She scheduled her facelift on my wedding day to ruin my relationship.
Shit.
My ex-fiance won't speak to me.
Oh my.
Advice.
That's messed up.
That's diabolical.
That is. Woo. Damn.
Hey, what he said happened?
So
His mother didn't like his fiance. So on his wedding day, she lied and told him that she had a stroke and had to go into brain surgery. So he chose not to go to his wedding and to be with his mom. And instead of having a stroke and having brain surgery, she went and got a facelift. So he missed his wedding for his mom's cosmetic surgery.
That's fucked up, guys.
Kara, what you gotta say about
Oh man, mom is diabolical. Mom is 100% on demon time. And I hate that phrase. That's exactly what she was on. This is how you mess up your relationship with your son. He'll never choose you. And what if you really do have a stroke? You the woman they cry wolf now. He might not even believe you. You don't do this. But you know what? I also would like to ask people, why would you marry someone? It depends. If your mama crazy, okay. But if you're close with your mom and she's never been like this before, why would you even want to marry somebody your mama hate? Why would you want to bring that type of drama into your life? I know it's a lot of people out here who will get married like, I don't give a fuck about his mama. I ain't marrying his mama. Baby, I don't have time for that toxicity. I don't want to marry into a family I can't talk to or deal with. I will postpone that wedding until my girl and my mom got a chance to get to know each other and my mom could see her for how I see her. Just me personally. Not saying you put your whole life on hold for your mom. And I'm only talking about moms who are good moms that are not crazy like this and want you to be their boyfriend and all of that. You should really be careful about who you marry. Far too often, all your friends and family warned you. You don't listen. You waste the best years of your life and you get left high and dry. So I wonder why people do stuff like that. Your mama hated her so much that she thought she needed to straight up do something this big and this crazy to keep you from her. And your fiance went up there and talked bad about you to everybody that y'all know. She ain't classy. She is a tasteless, tactless, Even if she had the right to be mad, that ain't right. So she did have something wrong with her. Your mama was right. I don't know. All this shit is crazy to me.
Why to the?
Hey, bruh. Hey, in the great words of Snoop Dogg, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You feel me? And bruh just learned that in real time. You feel me? Bruh just learned that bitches ain't shit, bruh. He learned that his wife wasn't really for him and his mama really ain't for him. It sounds like his mama is a single, bitter, lonely bitch that look at her son like that's her man and her boyfriend, and she about to lose her man and her boyfriend and her son to this new bitch. And then the other bitch, was future wife, left thinking that his mama having brain surgery. So that means she ain't really down for him in the first place, because if you was, you would understand, but obviously not. You know what I'm saying? So bruh just learning a real valuable lesson that bitches ain't shit, and just, you know what I'm saying, just learn and choose wisely and move forward accordingly after everybody that revealed themselves took their mask off. Oh, this how y'all living? This what it is? Okay. So it's time for him to make his next move, his best move, like a chess move, and stay fly without the jet fuel. You feel me? So yeah,
Wow.
pressure make diamonds. Pressure make diamonds, bro.
KJ. KJ.
Yeah, boy. He found out from both ends. You know, mom was slick as chicken grease. Boy, she was hard, diabolical. He said she was looking better after the surgery. I realized she had basically, and now I want to go back. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if they couldn't get their deposit back and it was something real expensive, you know, I'm thinking he could have did both. You know, he could have went to the wedding, they could have actually got married, and he would have to go back to the hospital. I don't think it should ever been a thing that he should have had to choose. You know, if that day was set and it was a whole bunch of stuff that came with, you know, you couldn't move around it. You know, or the girlfriend, the fiance could have been like, hey, look, we can postpone this. If they couldn't postpone it, they should have had it. And him having to choose, you know, and them making them choose. Oh, and then the mama, ladies, y'all took an L on this one. We gotta put this one on the board. It's like the most diabolical. Just
Ricky.
His mama foul as fuck. When I say foul, I mean foul as fuck. And this is the reason why I never will date a man that is a true mama's boy. Because I am not in competition with your mama. Go be with that hoe. I am not doing it. There is no competition between me and your mama. You're not finna be comparing me to what the fuck your mama do. And if you gotta run to your mama every motherfucking need, go get her ass a man. I'm not doing it. I don't do that. It's a no for me. And he got everything that he deserved. He made his bed, now sleep in that bitch peacefully. Don't be trying to get your fiance back. You put her on the back burner for your mama facelift. Even though your mama was lying to you, you should have been knowing that. She lied. She probably lied to you about who your daddy is. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And if you ain't got a backbone to stand up to your mama and learn some healthy motherfucking boundaries, then you and your mama deserve each motherfucking other. Now you got your mama forever. You lost your fiance, and now you looking at your mama with the side eye. Dirty clothes over there, bro. Put your little wee up. Go on. Go get your clothes on. Yeah, that's all. I'm sorry. I got my grandkid.
All right. Let me go to this so we can get up out of here. Don't be trying to lay, Rick. I need you to get some advice. Let's get it.
This is Justin. We have breaking news you don't want to miss. Coming up next, UnCensor, the Conversation podcast presents Speak Your Truth. In this powerful segment, our dynamic panel consisting of G Soldier, Ms. Busy Boss, Tara Michelle, Tone Bone, Ricky, and Gateway Louie takes center stage. as each one of them will speak their truth, sharing stories from the news that moved them, discussing hot topics that demand attention, or offering uplifting motivational messages to inspire us all. Get ready for raw, unfiltered perspectives and heartfelt moments. Back to you, Lacey.
All right, Ricky, speak your truth and let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up?
This is my final week of school. And for another 2 weeks, and then I start school again. I will be graduating. Shout out to me. Also, what I got coming up? I don't know what I really got coming up. I got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I got a wedding to plan. I got all kind of stuff to do. You know, such is life. It's beautiful here. Mama, TV, watch this one. No, you can watch your back of your ass. I'm also grandparenting today, so there's that. Shout out to all the women who has young children and multiple young children. Y'all the goats. I never. Space them hoes out if you can. Also, life is too short. Enjoy it. Be beautiful. Have the day and the life that you deserve. If you want something different, do something different.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's about all I got. They got over here motherfucking wildly.
Where can I find you? You got anything coming up?
I already told you I got a lot of shit coming up, but I'm not telling nobody where they can find me. You can find me up under my man. That's where you can find me.
All right, Ricky. Look, that's backstory, Ricky. Yeah, with all the stories. All right, KJ, speak your truth. Let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up?
Hey, if anybody from the show, you make it out to Jazzy 159, ask me at the door. Ask for KJ at the door. Come in. They got a drink named after me called the Kaylee Martin. Okay. Come on in, have that. If you come, I got you. Ask for me at the door. I'll pay for you to get in. Just go to Jazzy 159, see what's going on. Local legends. If you feel like smoking cigars, like Ash, Renaissance X, make sure y'all visit my friends. You know, you can go in there. You like Stanley's, you'll love these spots, black owned. Black operated, good black people. Hope to see y'all there.
All right. Why to the speak your truth? Let them know where they can find you. You got anything coming up?
Heck yeah, shoot. My birthday in 3 days, nigga. Thursday, July 31st, the end of the month. And you know, God is the end and the beginning, and we forever winning. You know what I'm saying? I got the trailer to Hella Drove 2 about to drop super duper soon. I got the script. I'm finna lay that mofo, so we gonna have them vocals for the trailer that's gonna be releasing soon. The plan is to release Hella Drove 2 after or around Halloween, before Thanksgiving. All praise be to God. I'm praying that come through how I need to. But hey, God got the last say in all that. But yeah, my birthday, 3 days, July 31st, the biggest, the littest, flyest, your highness, Leo, greatest one of all time, YC Bay. But do your Googles, Hella Drove, the biggest, funniest movie to ever come out the Lou until you see and hear about part 2. You know what I'm talking about? So tap in with the campaign and don't tap out, because you gonna crap out. And make sure gratitude always your attitude. You feel?
All right. That was one today. Listen, y'all already know the weight of my name. My album drops August the 1st on all social media streaming platforms, social media everywhere, on the iHeart, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your music. Make sure y'all tap in. Let me know what y'all think. It's 15 tracks. I recorded over majority on the past 2 years. I think I threw 2 of them on there, but 13 of them is songs I done put out in the past 2 years, you know, recording, talking about the weight that my name carries, you know what I'm saying? So it's authentic. I'm going deep into my life. If y'all know me, y'all know I dig deep into my life when I put out music. I don't just rap just to be rapping, you know what I'm saying? And there's levels to the rapping, so y'all gonna hear some great lyricism on there. and some great songs. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, look, stay peaceful, man. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. I say this all the time. Protect your peace at all time. And you have to enjoy life. You only live once. You know what I'm saying? So listen, do whatever makes you peaceful, whether it's being by yourself, whether it's being with somebody, whether it's going on trips, whatever brings you peace. Make sure y'all protect your peace, especially as we're too young to be getting stressed out and all this type of stuff. So I always preach that. I've been preaching that for probably the past 3 or 4 years now, because I strive to do that. I'm like 99.9% at the level always. So I always strive for that. So I tell people always do that. All right, man, that is the end of our show. We had a great show. We always get into a highly heated debate. It's always that one topic that make people get into a crazy debate, but it's all good, man. It's all love, man. It's just debate show. I love everybody. So we'll see y'all next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Good night, everybody. Salute. Bye.
Peace.